This week on the local game, Club Talk heads to Metro United. Menus and their menus makes a return. And Turnus Pagonis has big news in press for time. And we hear from Isabel Hodgson and Dylan Holmes ahead of Adelaide United's big clash this Sunday in the semi-final. That's all coming up on the local game. Hello and welcome to the local game. It is an absolute pleasure to have you back on board. Episode 11 here, and we're very excited to be back for another week talking football and talking all things South Australian community as well. There's a lot to get through today, and welcome in someone special. Special co-host for this week, it's Nicole Blackett. Good to have you on board, Nicole.
Hello, thanks for having me.
This is great. The first time we've had you on the show as a co-host. You've been on the show many times now. You did Club Talk most recently. Mm-hmm. You were on the show, I think, last year actually for the women's grand final, and also on the grand final show, and then actually earlier in the year as well. I was at your house interviewing you as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, guys, it's me again.
Yep. I know. I'm probably sick of you now, but now you're in the co-host seat. You can go through all the stuff with me. We've got a lot to get through today, and a little bit about your club a bit later on as well. And you guys are smashing it in the league. So we've got results. And we're going to look at the ladders as well for the first time this year, because ladders are starting to shape up pretty decently in some of these leagues. So, but before we do, let's go into the hot topics. And Antonis Pagonis is back again. He's back in the country, so we got some great petrol time from him as well. We can't lose him, and I'm glad we sorted everything out with the lawyers, because it was getting a bit messy. Anyway, let's go straight into the hot topics. First of all, it's great to see the referees of our game, because they are a big part of football, and without them, we can't have a game of football. And we do understand sometimes rules we can't understand. A lot of people go against what's being said on the pitch, but a lot of us don't always have the right understanding. And at the moment, they're doing something very good. It's the Senior Football Roadshow, heading out to all different clubs and going over the latest rules that have been changed, the laws of the games. And it's a great initiative, very good. I actually had the privilege of sitting in on one at Flinders United a few weeks ago. And just to see the insights of the referees and the new laws of the game, just to understand it, was great. And as a commentator, I actually really appreciated it. And on the weekend, I actually used a bit of it as well, because there was something that questionable that looked like a handball, but it was with the new rule, it's natural positioning, so it wasn't considered a handball in the box. So it's good to see these type of initiatives from referees.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of grey areas in the game, and even as a player, sometimes I'm like, oh, last week that probably would have been called, and this week maybe not. So to try and educate clubs as a whole really helps.
I think it was great as well because of that as well. They were able to explain how referees all have their different interpretations, and in some parts where it is up to the interpretation of the referee. Yeah. And if you just have a chat to the referee before the game, you can easily understand what that referee thinks is the right, like for throwing and stuff like that as well. So I think it's good. And it's also good to see the changes and why they brought in new changes and laws to the laws of the game as well. Because, before that I didn't really understand some of the handball rules and stuff like that. But it's good to understand it properly now, especially, as a player, it'll be even better.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's been, like I said, lots of different things comes in and changes. So, it's good to all be on the same page.
Yeah, absolutely. And good initiative from them to be doing it and heading out there as well. They've headed out to a few clubs so far. I think they're going to head out to majority of the clubs, which will be good. But anyway, let's move into the next one, which is also very, very good. South Australian football is on a high at the moment in the women's game. Let's talk about Adelaide United. First of all, the women won their first ever finals on the weekend. But talking about finals as well, the men have a chance to still make finals, which we never thought would happen. They needed, Sydney FC just need 1 point from the last two games. They had 2 games in hand. Well, they lost to Western United, which means that Sydney FC have to now win or draw against Melbourne City this weekend. Adelaide United got a bye, but that's all they need is a draw. But it's not going to be easy because we drew against Melbourne City need to win to get a top 2 finish.
Yeah, a lot happening in that league. It's hard when it depends on other results, but they've had a rough last couple of months, so might have been out of sight for a lot of the fans, but it's good that the hope's still there. Yes. So hopefully, it's actually awful sitting here watching and have to wait now for them, but it was good though because the women now they're in the finals. They've gone through to semi-finals. How good's that on the weekend? A great win down at Coopers, and 3,000 people down there. I said it where I was
doing sideline for this online called The Collective, and I said it there, and actually in the press conference, I reckon he might have heard me, but he may not have. Adrian Stenton said exactly what I said. He said that if everyone brings a friend, we'll double the crowd. So let's hope we can get everyone down there this weekend. It's going to be against Melbourne Victory, a big game, semi-final, first leg, and if we can win that, puts us in a great position going into the second leg.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. I mean, yeah, it comes down to the support from the community and Adelaide and trying to get out there. Yeah, it's right. Bring a friend and all of a sudden it's doubled.
Yeah, exactly. And, well, the Red Army, got to give it to them as well. They got the crowd going. 3,000, sounded like 5,000, 6,000 in that stadium. And it was rocking at some points of the game as well. That, especially when they scored, it was incredible. McNamara scoring that goal. But as a player, you obviously got a lot of friends who play in that squad. What's it like to sit there and to watch them as a fan, but also as a friend as well, knowing some of your friends are in that squad and also in part of the club as a whole as well?
Yeah, I think it's fantastic, to the girls playing out there, making history, first semi-finals ever. And getting that early goal and holding off like a real hungry Western Sydney side, which absorbed a lot of pressure in that second half. So they did really, really well, and seeing girls out there, it's great. Yeah,
well, get out there this weekend and support Adelaide United against Melbourne Victory. Can't wait for that. And then if we can beat them, we maybe be meeting Melbourne City, which is Matriciani in the final.
Adelaide rivalry.
Yes, that would be big because Matriciani is undefeated this year. From looking after Campbelltown City was won the league with them, and now he's gone over there to go and smash it in his first year in the A-League Women's. So I don't know if he'll be there that long if he keeps going the way he's going. He might get poached over in England maybe.
Yeah, massive year for him and Melbourne City. Great for him, but we don't want...
No, we want to match him in the final.
We want to test that theory if they can go through undefeated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the only game they lose is against Adelaide United in the final? Fingers crossed. But let's not talk too soon. Touch wood. We've still got the semi-final head out there this weekend. Let's head into the final topic for this week as well. ANZAC Day on the weekend. We love a long weekend. And what a day. Commemorating the ANZACs and the veterans for us. It was a special day. And to be a part of it, as myself being a part of the FK Belgrade one, was very special. The third year I've done it now. They've done a big broadcast for it. Pre-game, interviewed the Minister for Veterans Affairs, which was great, Joe Sockarch, chatting to him about what that day means, especially at a grassroots level, is special because the communities is all based around volunteers. A lot of those people as well have got family and friends that have been a part veterans as well. So to be able to do something special like that is very special. And for yourself at West Adelaide, you did a double header. The men and the women got together, and tell us a bit about that, how that went.
Yeah, it was great having the men and the women come together for such a special occasion. Robson's our goalkeeper coach, so he led a lot of that. It's really personal to him and a lot of people at the club. To have a double header as well as, a lot of support from the fans out there. It's really special. And
not just a double header as well, 5 games because you had the reserves, the under-18s for the men and also the reserves for the women. Yeah. So on top of the senior teams. So 5 games, a big day down there. Kilburn's great and it's a great facility for that as well.
Yeah, it was awesome. So from 9 o'clock all the way to our game at 6. Had game after game and 4 wins and 1 draw. So definitely a successful day out at Kilburn. The senior men won 7-1, I think, against Cove, which was massive. And we got a 5-0 win.
Yeah, so 12-1 just between the seniors.
So if you'd like to donate to Legacy, there's still time. There's a GoFundMe link on the screen.
Yes.
West Adelaide have raised between 3,000 to 3,500 so far. So thank you to everyone for your contributions and your generosity.
Well, that is fantastic because that's a huge amount to be able to raise for Legacy, and I'm sure it will go to great use. Obviously, to support a charity like that is incredible.
Looking after veterans' mental health and suicide awareness as well. I think a lot of people, not just those who served or those that we lost at battle, it's the struggles that people go through every day after that is equally as important. So talking about it, raising awareness, raising money is super important.
Absolutely. So if you want to donate, you can get to that link down below at the moment, GoFundMe, and then make sure you search for it so you can donate today and be a part of it and just get that a little bit higher. Hopefully we can get more. And if you do it next year, raise the bar a little bit more and get higher and higher as the years go on. So
yeah, definitely something we're going to look to be doing each year as a club. So yeah, proud to be at West Adelaide this week especially.
Yes, absolutely. And well, now it's time to head into a segment which you are very fond of. Club Talk.
I love Club Talk.
Yes. You got the ball rolling a little bit in the sense of everyone's got excited about it. You and James Boffer were one of the first ones to do it, and now every club will go to, when are you getting our club on? Everyone wants to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's funny with the women. Some of them are a little bit timid, and I've messaged a few people saying, do you want to get involved? And they're like, oh, I think I'd be bad. And then you watch it the next week. And like Adelaide Uni in particular.
Oh, that was funny.
With Panna was just hilarious.
The amount of people that tell me that they've watched it, they go, that was the best, one of the best ones.
Yeah, that's so good.
And just to think about that day as well, that was incredible. Like not all clubs do that, but when they do, it's good to highlight it as well. So anyway, let's head into this week's one. It's a special one. Let's head into Club Talk.
I'm Sarah Taylor.
I'm Mickey Hadaj.
And today we are at TK's Chutter, ready for Metro United training. Who are we going to get? We'll go get Ebbs first.
What do you want? Yes. How old are you? How old am I? 34.
Interesting. Guys, how's warm-up going? Good. Are you ready for the game?
I'm more than ready.
Where were you on the weekend? Why didn't you play?
Oh, look, I was actually away.
What's the go-to game day hairstyle?
This one, that's about it. Yeah, that's about it.
Shiv! Don't run away!
Come here. If you weren't playing alongside me, what would you be doing?
Maybe a Formula 1 driver?
Izzy. Has anyone told you that you're a great goalkeeper?
Yes.
How many saves would you save if you were playing in striker?
None.
I don't even understand the question.
How do you take your eggs?
Scrambled.
Fair enough. Being a Melbourne girl, is it Palmy or Palmer?
Palmer.
Incorrect answer.
What's your pasta go-go order at Hayden Ingram?
I get the creamy rosé chicken.
With cheese. With cheese. Chili?
No, just spicy. Alright, who wants to answer a question?
Don't have a choice. Sophie, would you rather game-winning goal or game-winning tackle?
Game-saving tackle, for sure.
Would you rather a ball to the face in the game or break down on the highway on the way to training again?
Oh, probably break down again.
Emma, we're pulling you out of the drill. You've been summoned.
Okay.
Can you name the 2 territories of Australia?
Northern Territory and Australian Capital Territory. I got it.
You're safe to... What's your go-to Subway order?
Italian herbs and cheese, chicken classic, and yeah. Oh yes, gotta have some salads, gotta have mayo, gotta have carrot, cucumber, spinach, you know.
How many states are there in Australia?
I'm not from Australia.
Where are you from, Hayden?
South Africa.
Being a twin, tell us about it.
It's okay, I guess. We get mixed up sometimes, but it's good other than that.
Amber, I have a question for you. What's the strangest animal that's been brought into the vet?
A moth.
Would you rather score a goal or 20 packets of Jammy Dodgers?
20 packets of Jammy Dodgers.
Supposed to be for the team, Millie. Can you just say Go Metro for the microphone?
Go Metro.
Good job.
That's all from us. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. What am I saying again? Thank you. That's all from us. Thank you for watching.
See you at the next one.
That's all from us. I promise. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you at TK Shutter.
Yeah. That's the one.
Well, that's Club Talk once again. It is, a great segment, and we'll might come out to your club very, very soon. You never know. And, I'm sure there's a lot more. There's a whole list of clubs still waiting, isn't there? I know a couple through you I've still got to get in touch with.
Oh, yeah. There's probably a wait list. It's a good time.
Yes, it is big wait list coming up. It's actually, I've got about 6 clubs in line already. So,
anyway. Get people to apply and
yeah.
talk why they deserve a club
Yeah,
talk.
why they should. Yeah, it's a real competition now. Anyway, we're heading to a short break. On the other side, venues and the menus. Another one people are fighting for me to head out to and try their food. And I really appreciate it. But my clothes aren't, because I might have to get new, looser clothes very soon. But anyway, a short break. On the other side, we got venues and the menus. It's a local game.
We have kind of followed each other around, haven't we?
Yeah, literally inseparable for however many
So
years.
we met when we were like 11, maybe you were 10.
Yeah.
Like under 12 state football federation, South Australia, years and years ago.
So many years ago.
And then we played at Fulham together, Adelaide City together, Nabakala.
All through NTC.
Yeah.
United.
I feel like we don't really do it on purpose. But
No.
I feel like we kind of do. I don't know.
Yeah. We just, I don't know. And then I feel like we just have this like connection on the field. I don't really have to think too hard when I play with you. Like sometimes I'll just play a ball and kind of know that you'll be there.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially, when I get the ball, I just know if I put it in the box, Dylan's going to get there for sure.
So it's nice to have that like familiarity wherever you go.
Yeah, and I think it was super special to kind of reach our milestones so close, because I think that kind of sums up our whole career.
Yeah.
Like we've just always been together, so like it makes sense. Like to get within one game is pretty crazy.
That's
when
insane.
You think about like injuries, or like she went overseas for a while, went to America for a while.
Yeah.
So the fact that it kind of still lined up to be a game apart, is pretty special.
Yeah, it was very special for sure. Yeah, I think for me, like it kind of hit home how like long it takes, or it used to take to get there. Like my first game was in 2014, so to make it 11 years to get to 100, and hopefully now players don't have to wait that long to get to 100 games. Like it's nice the league's growing, but it was very special, very, I think, emotional to like do it this year in this team with just such an amazing group around me, and my whole family was there, which is really special. So yeah, it was good.
Yeah, very similar. Yeah, obviously been playing for a really long time with this club, obviously gone away to college, but always coming back here. And like we said, when we started, we were playing like 8 to 10 games a season. So, it was taking you at least 5 years to get to your 50 games. So 100 games did take a while, but I mean, now with more games, I think girls are going to get there quicker. But it was super special. And then, for it to be a final and also to win it, I think was just like the icing on the cake. It was just so special, and I had all my family there, and they've been through it as well, especially this season with my injury. Like I really didn't think I was going to get to my 100 games this year, so to kind of do that this year was really nice. And to have my family there who supported me through the injury was also really special. So, but most importantly, we got the win. That's all I cared.
Yeah, I think we went into that game like obviously very prepared for it, because we knew from the end of March really that was a game we were going to be playing in. So it was nice to have that time to kind of digest that we were playing an elimination final, and it kind of just felt like another game of the season, like a very natural extension. So it was, I think mentally we were well prepared going in, and now we're really excited for the semi-finals. I think we can tick that first win in club history off for finals, but now like we're hungry, we want to win the whole thing.
Yeah, I think it's about kind of getting that monkey off our back, getting that elimination final done with, and now we're like, perfect, we've done that, we've made the history, now let's go and beat Victory. And I think every time we've played Victory, we've always left the field being like, we want to play them again, we know we can beat them, and we just haven't had our chance to this year. So I think this is the best moment, especially at Cooper's. I think we play really well there, and the crowd makes it hard for teams to come to. I think especially when it's a Victory game, the Red Army gets a little extra loud, which is brilliant. So they were super great on the weekend. They really helped us do a really tough game. We're under a lot of pressure at the end, as you do in elimination finals. So I think their support really, drove us home, and we're going to need it, this weekend.
Yeah, for sure. Hope to see as many people there. We'd love to break the attendance record in what could be our last game at home this season, but we really appreciate the support that we've had so far. It really got us through the last few weeks, and hopefully we can see you all again.
Sunday, 3:30, be there.
We've got a segment now. This is the first time being a part of it. It's called Venues and the Menus. Well, I love this segment because, you know me, I love my football, but I love my food as well.
Yep. I do know that.
Yes. On the weekend, we actually, during the post-game show at Belgrade, we also talked about food there as well. it's very obvious, so I love their food. But the food down there was great. Didn't get to taste it, unfortunately, because I was running a bit late. But in the broadcast, I managed to chuck the word food in, football, fun, and Friday night football. So 4 Fs in a row. So that was a very, very good thing that I thought was great at the moment. But on the weekend, I was also caught eating. I went to MA Hawks, a local club in the Sassel Leagues, and I was caught eating. I didn't think about this, but someone caught me. Here's a quick snippet of me at the moment. There I am, walking around. I thought I was in a safe zone there eating food, but someone was watching me, and they even watched me all the way up until I took the photo and then took my first bite. So a little bit creepy, but it was funny when I watched it back.
Good content.
Yeah,
Good
great content.
Yeah, yeah.
So for me, I looked at it and go, that's good content.
Yeah, got to do what you got to do.
Thank you, Matt, for filming that. It was a very nice highlight from the weekend, but almost as good as the Euros itself. Check out that Euros, it's great. The Sassel food, some of the food there is incredible. The Messinian Association is a little community that do it for them as well. So the MA Hawks. Anyway, let's head into the next one as well. The Raiders, LA Croatia Raiders, their food, Friday nights. They do seafood nights every Friday night down at the Croatian Sports Centre. Got to say, I've been wanting to go there for a very, very long time. And I managed to get down there on a Thursday night, the night before ANZAC Day, and got the seafood, so good. Had the squid, it was fried with prawns as well, the chips, a roll, but also the potato salad along with the coleslaw and also the green salad. Oh, you can't go wrong.
That's a lot
30
of food.
bucks, I know.
Oh.
And I had a plate of pasta before I went as well at home, so I was very full by the end of it. But the food itself was incredible, and Vlado, he's the coach of Adelaide Croatia Raiders. His mum heads the kitchen there. And she is fantastic. And the week prior as well was steak night. Check out this steak. $35 all it was. A drink came with the steak, gravy, chips, a salad on the side and a roll. It was filling. I could have had 3 steaks that were just that beautiful. I was full, but I could have still eaten 3 steaks. The food down there was incredible. So when they do steak night, I think it's once a year, head down there. It is good. You love a steak?
I do love a steak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't probably eat enough of it, but
yeah.
Yeah.
It's delicious down there. And but seafood nights every week, so head down there. Take your family, because I've already spoken to my family. I said, we got to go down there, get a whole group of us, and just eat on a Friday night, because the food down there is very good. And it's the community aspect as well of it, which I love, is because it's run by volunteers. Anna and the whole team down there do a very, very good job of hosting, and it's just that community feel that it has there. You felt welcome, even though I'm not of Croatian descent. It is very welcoming.
I actually was there with my husband George watching reserves game,
Yep.
a cup game, and they had the Croatian music in the
Yeah.
speaker.
How good's that?
Yeah, I was like, this is cool.
Well, that night there was the first time I actually sat in the stands to watch the game, because normally I'm commentating or I'm sidelined somewhere around. But I sat there and was like, okay, this is really cool. It's that cultural aspect of it as well. It's something different. Every club has something different, which I love. And that one there, Friday night, so head down there if you can. It was on a Thursday because of a special reason, because it's Friday Anzac Day. But yeah, might see you down there one night for dinner.
Maybe.
Yeah. We should get a whole team of us down there. Why not? The local game table. Maybe they might even rename it. Who knows? Anyway, and also talking about cultural food as well. Well, it's a new one in town. It's Kilburn now. Been around for a while, but finally hosting games, which means you can finally get a taste of not only the football but also the food. Souvlaki there, the chicken. It's pretty much gone pretty up high on my tally. Yeah, it's up there. I've really enjoyed it there, but on your aspect, you get to eat a lot more than me. What do you think of the food down there?
Yeah, it's good. So big fresh roll with the nice chicken, the coleslaw, and garlic sauce as well. I like to add on there. Yeah, just.
I don't know if I had garlic sauce when I was there.
Yeah, it should be there for it is. Leonardo will back me. She lives for that. She goes. Sometimes we get like pizza after the game or whatever, and she's like, "Oh, I hope it's the rolls. I love those rolls." Probably the second most passionate person about food. After you.
Oh,
yeah.
might have to hit her up on it one time to try the food together, because the food down there, I've had the roll early days when you first opened up, and I think Seb O'Neill took a video of me filmed me eating it, and I was really enjoying it.
More people filming you while you're eating.
Yeah, that was a bit weird as well. Yeah,
Seb, you creep.
I love it. But yes, it is a bit creepy. Yeah, people film me eating anyway, but good content is how I see it. It's great content. So if I fall over and someone captures it on video, that's great content.
Yeah, send it through.
Yep, and if I fall over but it's not captured on CCTV, then it's a missed opportunity. So,
have a funniest home video segment.
Yeah, I know. Funniest home Johnny. Anyway, enough about that. We're going to head to a short break. On the other side, we have the results from the weekend, some big ones, and have a look at the ladder because you guys, West Adelaide, are sitting pretty good in the Apex still WNPL. Don't go anywhere. Press the time on the other side as well. It is the local game.
Your time is now. When passion runs through you, become your own hero.
Welcome back to the local game. It is the final part of the show. Press for time coming up very soon. We love Antonis Pagonis, don't we?
We do love Antonis. Yeah. I'm glad there was a lot of protests going on. Yeah, got him back out.
We got through it peacefully, so that was good. But it's good to have him back. He's in Japan. Hopefully he's come back with, well, we'll come back with the 10 there, maybe not.
Potentially.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think
I don't know the weather.
Not too hot, but...
But anyway, hopefully he had some sushi over there. That would be unreal. But anyway, enough about the sushi, enough about food. Time for football. That's what we're here for. Let's go straight into the leagues at the moment. The results from the weekend. It was round 6 in the WNPL on the weekend. And, well, ANZAC Day clash. We spoke about the day itself. But the result, a 5-0 win over Adelaide City, puts them in a very disappointing situation for them opening 6 rounds. They're second to bottom now. Not where they probably expected to be. But what do you make of the game yourself? A big game for you guys to play out and win 5-0 with a clean sheet.
Yeah, I think the score line, I mean, the second half definitely we were dominant, but the first half, Adelaide City did come out, played quite well. It was only 2-0 at half time, but they were quite late goals, 43rd and 44th minute, I believe. So yeah, you think 5-0, so it was a smashing, but I mean, yeah, it's interesting, and it's still shocking to me that City aren't you know top 4 sort of place, because the last decade or whatever they've been quite dominant. So yeah, I'm sure they'll be pretty disappointed.
Yes, there would be, and I hear a rumour they've got some players coming in. So there is a former NTC player that may be coming in from college. So stick around for that, because it looks like a great inclusion if they can pull her over the line. So I love when there's rumours like that coming up, player signings. So, but when you look at the ladder as well, you guys are sitting comfortably on top. You're a 7-point gap, clear gap between you and LA Comets and Adelaide Uni. Surprising Adelaide Uni up there. I would not have expected them to be that far up the top, considering where they finished last year.
Yeah, they've signed a decent couple of players, and yeah, I think they maybe just have a bit of a point to prove.
Yeah.
Not the best, last 3 years for them. So yeah, it's kind of exciting to see some different teams up there and being competitive in the league.
And Campbelltown just 1 point so far, so they're looking in that relegation zone, but still early days. But it's always hard coming up from WSL.
Yeah, the gap's so big, and to go undefeated to then come up and struggle to get any points is tough.
Absolutely. And let's talk about the WSL from the weekend as well. Well, Vista keep their chances still alive. They are top of the table, still yet to lose a game or draw a game. 7 wins from 7, 21 points. They are flying at the moment, same as Campbelltown were last year. Yeah. Yeah,
so, good for Vista. A couple of old WNPL, well, not old players, but previous WNPL players playing in State League. So it's good to see them still playing. And to be successful in that league as well. It's exciting. Yeah,
absolutely. It is for them. They are sitting top. Sturta on 16 points and Jaguars on 10. So you say Jaguars, well, it's early days still, 7 rounds in, but it's going to be hard for them to try and get the 11 points to get that automatic, but they'll be playing off for that aiming for that second place. But I think Sturt are the only ones that could be contenders if Vista have a shaky second half of the season, I'd say. But anyway, let's go into the men's leagues now. The State League 2 North and South. In the North, Vista have had their first loss of the season, 2-3 to Inter, a new side. They're closing the gap in the league as well, in the top two in the north. So only a 1 point gap between Inter and Vista. So Inter in their first season having a very good start from amateurs to State League, and in the Southern League as well. Eastern got the a loss on the weekend as well. Battle of the top two. Again, very ironic how both teams both leagues had top two battling each other on the weekend in the 6th round. And Uni have now closed the gap as well with a win over Eastern. Their first loss of the season for Eastern, so 15 points on the top. Let's look at State League 1 from the weekend as well. The results in the State League 1, the South Adelaide got their first win, 4-0 to Salisbury. Incredible win from them, a 4-0 win. The Rideout brothers stood out the most because Jonathan Rideout got a hat-trick and his brother Alex Rideout got the 4th goal as well. So 4 goals to the Rideouts. And on the table there as well, West Adelaide currently sitting 6th after their win on the weekend.
Yeah, good to see West, doing well in that league. That was a massive win for them. They looked sharp. They were, very attacking, very, speedy, and looked like they were really eager to score as many as they can, and obviously got the 7.
I was earlier on in the year, I was looking at them being probably one of the top 2 contenders, but they are in 6th place now, so they can slowly get back up. But yeah, it's good to see them get a big result on the weekend against Cove as well, who are, in that bottom 3 at the moment. But it could get tighter as the weeks go on, and in the NPL as well. Bacala, a 6-2 loss to Adelaide United, puts them bottom with 4 points, and it's a disappointing loss for them because we had high hopes for West Orange Bacala in the NPL this season, but that is a massive loss for them. But if you look at the ladder, which we'll have up on the screen right now, the 5 teams above them all have, all on 7 points and 9 points, but 5 teams above them all have 4 losses, and Bacala only have 3 losses, the third one from the weekend. But it's the draws that have been killing them in the opening rounds. 4 draws. It's just when you're struggling to get that win and just stick it out for high scoring draws as well, it might add. It just really hurt him.
I think draws, and in particular in our league, NDC and Comets drew against each other, and Comets drew with City 2-2 as well. I think NDC drew with City as well. So yeah, all of a sudden you have a couple of draws. You haven't actually lost any or a couple games, and you find yourself, other teams keep winning, that gap.
Yes.
That gap builds.
Yeah, absolutely. So those draws, if they just had 1 win there, they would have easily just gone out of that, a little bit out of that area, or 2 wins in that area. So it's disappointing for them, but hopefully they can turn things around because they've got some big ins at that club. And on the top end, it's drawn between Metro, Adelaide United and Adelaide City, all on 14 points. Tight already, like it was last year. But anyway, let's head into, that's enough of the results from the weekend. Let's head into the segment we all love. It is Press for Time. Antonis Pagonis, over to you, mate.
Well, Johnny, back from Japan and back to the normal setup. Unfortunately, I lost my videographer on the way. But we've got some football news from home and abroad relating South Australia. First, let's start locally. Playford City have opened up their gates for free for Playford residents for the rest of this season. So if you live in Playford, make sure you get down and support your team for the rest of the season. Meanwhile, former West Adelaide junior Lewis Cleland, the goalkeeper, has won the Youth Alliance Cup in England with Burton Albion. Huge congratulations from us here.
Well, that is Press for Time. Antonis Pagonis, thank you once again. Nicole, thank you.
You're welcome. Good to be here.
Yeah, have you enjoyed being a co-host for the first time?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Good setup here.
Yeah.
And you do a great job. I don't know how you have the time.
Me either. I don't know. I haven't been sleeping lately either, so heading out to a few games.
What is sleep?
Yeah, what is sleep? I have no clue. But I love it because people enjoy it. That's the whole thing of it. It's a community out there. If it wasn't for the community, it wasn't for people like you, I wouldn't be loving it as much as I do. And to just have that half an hour chatting with you, well, it's half an hour on screen. Sometimes it's like 3 hours we're in here recording. But anyway, we're going to head to not to a short break. We're going to head to the end of the show now because that is it for another week. We'll see you all very, very soon for another episode of The Local Game. Head out to the games this weekend. Head out to Adelaide United Women. Support them. Their last home game of the year. Unless unless Melbourne City lose in their semi-finals and we can win our semi-final, we will get a home grand final, I believe. So, fingers crossed for that. But
Fingers crossed.
But anyway, it's only a short drive to Melbourne if we do make the final. But head out this weekend and support the girls at Cooper's Stadium. Have a great week. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
No worries.
Thank
and we'll
you
see
very
you all
much.
next week. It's the local game.
Bye.